Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 2Idiots Reading Comics. Welcome back to the spooky month of October. As always, thank you for joining us and tell any of your friends, family, anyone that wants to listen and join two idiots talk about comics for a little bit. As always, go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can catch us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And let's get into it.
And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name is Ron Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. This is 2Idiots Reading Comics. And I'm out of breath. Farther walk away from the camera this time.
It is. It's like 3 more feet.
I know, and then I had to
Drop down onto the step, back onto
Squeeze
the deck,
in.
squeeze into the chair.
I know. I'm out of shape.
Jesus, man.
Today, Nocterra Volume 2, Episode
Woohoo.
119. Ooh. Back outside.
Yay!
Something I didn't consider were the bugs. Bugs
like
are
it.
a lot louder than they were this afternoon when we tested.
They were, but I mean, dogs were walking around. We had a little bit of wind, and when we listened to the pre-record,
Fine.
I didn't hear anything but us.
If you hear bugs, it kind of fits the aesthetic, so
Yeah,
fuck it.
I like it.
Nocterra,
Yes,
Volume 2.
I enjoyed this immensely.
I'll say that that's a lot better than Volume 1.
It really did.
Not that Volume 1 was bad.
No, it definitely
but
took a step forward.
There's a lot of
in the
world building in
progression.
this one, which I liked. Go
Uh,
ahead and credit some people.
As always, let's get into some credits. We've got a story by Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniel. Art by Tony S. Daniel. Colors, Marcelo Mayolo. Letters, and World Design. Pencils, Blacktop Bill Special, Denny's Cowan. Inks, Blacktop Bill Special, Kent Williams. Colors, Blacktop Bill Special, Chris Sademeyer. Additional inks in number 7, Sandu Florea.
So might have to carry this one a little bit
What's that?
because
Did you happen to speed read this one?
No, I actually read this one. The problem is, for the first half, I was trying to read during football.
Yeah, which is the very challenging task because you were also trying to read while Auburn was not doing well.
Yeah, no. They might be my shit list too. I got a lot of shit listable things. I came into this episode not knowing, and then some stuff came up, and I think
now,
I've got.
now you're knowing.
Yeah, I know what my shit list is gonna be.
Jesus.
But yeah, I had to once Auburn finally put me out of my misery.
Yeah.
Davis didn't know this, but I had to go back to an old high school trick where
yeah.
I have to
What's up
go
with this?
the only, especially if it's something I'm not necessarily into. Now, once I got in the bathroom, it got super interesting, which just sounded a lot dirtier than I meant it. But the book got better once I got into the
Oh,
bathroom.
jeez.
An old trick I especially do in high school reading, and everybody knows reading is the worst when you don't get to pick what you want to read. I used to have to go sit in the bathroom so I wouldn't have any distractions. And so I had to pull that trick out today. I went and sat in Davis's guest bathroom.
Floor.
On the floor. Well, you freaked me out about the hernia
yeah,
thing.
I mean, you
I
can't
thought-
just sit bare ass on the toilet.
Well, I wouldn't have gone bare ass.
So you would have had the whole seat closed and sitting on
No,
top of the
because
toilet?
y'all's top seat is flimsy.
Correct.
So I would have
So you
had,
had it open, pants on, sitting on the bottom,
for sure.
the shit rink.
Yes.
Okay, you may not have gotten a hernia from that one.
Okay, well.
I thought you were going in there to take a deuce and
Well, it
pants
definitely,
down.
I would have.
Well, yeah, you
I would have
read
done the
during
first
there.
10 minutes pants down just
Yeah.
in case.
But
no, I didn't know. I always thought hernia was from straining and forcing.
well, it is.
And
it's
that's a habit I got out of a long time ago. So.
oh, yeah, it's from straining and forcing, and of course, I'm no scientist. I'm no doctor of any sort.
Never had a hernia.
Never had a hernia, thank God. But it is a. Maybe is it a hernia?
You told me
or
basically if you had
hemorrhoids?
loose butthole, gravity
Is it
pulled your
hernia or
asshole
hemorrhoids,
out.
though?
I don't know.
Either way, it's not healthy to sit on a toilet with your ass cheeks spread,
Just wide open.
just wide open on a toilet. Just imagine just sitting there if you've sat on the toilet long enough, your legs go numb.
What about gay people? Well, yes, that does happen.
Your legs will go numb, which is not a good thing. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be sitting on something long enough in an uncomfortable position for body parts to go numb.
What about the people in porn who get? No, we're good.
Go ahead.
They get
Finish the sentence, buddy.
Never thought I'd be saying the word gaped on our podcast, but what about those people? Like, granted, I don't know the after effects of porn and how it affects your health. But
I would imagine that if you are a professional,
they take precautions.
that you have taken all precautions necessary, and
Yeah.
you take the healing process to extremes, so that one, you can perform again.
Well, I
and
do know
two,
because I've
that
listened to
you
a
don't,
podcast
like,
with some.
have your fucking guts just
Yeah.
and shit just fall out of you.
Well, I know I've listened to a podcast with some porn stars on there before. It is standard procedure is self enema,
Care, yeah.
self
I mean,
enema,
yeah.
and no eating 24 hours before.
God damn, could you imagine being hungry? I mean, I understand. You did. I mean,
You've never done a 24-hour fast?
No. Do you see me?
I've done one before.
I can't honestly say I've ever done.
It
24
honestly,
hour fast.
like, if you are like, if portions is your biggest thing,
Yeah.
a 24-hour fast legitimately like can reset your portion design. Or like, the dumb thing is, don't do this like, okay, I'm going to sleep and I just can't eat tomorrow. Make it legitimate 24 hours. Like, okay,
Eat a meal and then
go
start
eat
the
lunch at
clock.
11, start the clock at noon. At noon tomorrow is when you can eat. And then when you go eat the next day, do a small meal. And your body will just be so happy to have something. It won't, like, you will be fine. Like, eat a small meal, stop, don't overeat yourself, and it resets it. The problem is, football season comes around, you get back to them big portions. So.
Yeah, then you're back eating again. But no, I can't honestly say I've ever gone a 24-hour fast.
Yeah.
I think the longest I've ever gone not eating is probably.
I've done one, and then I
from
tried
the
to do
time
one.
I
and it hurt.
fell asleep to eating at 12 o'clock the next day. It's probably the longest I've gone without eating.
No, I've done it on purpose one time, and then I tried to do it a second time and didn't make it.
No, I'm fat. I need food. I need sustenance, and I don't eat all day long. It's
You
just
got plenty,
eat.
bro.
I eat my 2 meals a day, and
I got a lot
That's
of
about it.
downtime. I get bored.
I do get bored at work.
And I
Now,
stress
the
eat like
days
a
I sit in the
motherfucker.
truck not doing stuff, there's a bag of chips, there's a bag of candy, like
Gas station
chocolate
trips all
pretzels.
day.
chocolate pretzels are my kryptonite.
Yes. The white chocolate ones?
And then especially if it's hot in the summer. No, I actually like the dark chocolate Hershey ones. Not the
Also
dark
good.
not the dark chocolate,
Yeah.
but the normal chocolate ones.
Yeah.
And if it's hot outside, I eat them even faster, which
Yeah.
then makes me sick. And
Oh, for sure.
yeah, then I got.
And then you go from
then I got to go work. In
you
the
go
100-degree
from
heat.
like, oh, we're not doing anything to, oh,
To,
fuck,
oh,
something
shit,
happened and we
something
got to go.
happened. Yeah.
We're about to be out here the next 5 hours.
Um,
But yeah, no. So yeah, I read the last like 5 issues
wow,
of
what
this.
a tangent!
That's why they come to the show, Dave.
Wow, what a tangent!
Yeah, I did the last 5 issues sitting in the floor of his bathroom. And then my ass started hurting, so somehow I thought the edge of the tub would do. Your tub was a little dirty. Normally
Actually, what's bad?
my move in
mean,
school.
we've had people shower in the tub,
You did have a guest.
and
Like you literally had someone stay last night,
yeah,
and then I showed up today.
right.
So like I don't.
And they
blame you.
showered in the tub.
Yeah. Okay. There were some hairs that looked like either mine or yours because it was dark hairs. You had a redhead stay.
Yeah, redhead
earlier.
stayed. So
I don't know.
who knows? Either way,
But yeah, there were
Still-
some hairs in there. And I was like,
imagine it's still the cleanest bathroom you showered in.
You don't know how anal my stepdad was. I could legit go sit in that bathtub and
That is
read.
insane.
I mean,
I have never. I have.
bleached
I mean,
the shit
I
out
have
of that.
honestly never once sat in a bathtub, bathroom floor.
You have definitely sat in a shower.
Hang
before.
on. Let me get finished.
You've never done it while the water wasn't running.
Yes, to the point that I voluntarily went in there to read to shut my mind off.
Dude,
Like if I've ever sat in the bathroom floor, I'm throwing up in the toilet or I'm
Yeah.
shitting in the toilet. And if I've ever sat in the shower, I'm either fucked up beyond belief, or fucked up beyond belief.
Yeah, no. My poor mother took me to the doctor to get tested for ADD. Doctor said he's as close to the ADD as he can get without getting a prescription.
How old were you?
Like young.
Jeez. And see, I don't like pushing pills on kids, but like you telling
She had me
me,
tested.
but you telling me that you have to go sit in the bathroom floor to shut the world out. That
Not
is
like
that
when I'm reading something when I'd rather be doing something else.
I get that,
Like,
but to me, that's just go hop into bed.
some other stuff pops up and I want to do that.
That's called self-control.
Yeah. Well, does it
Do
look
you
like?
watch gaping videos
Does it look?
too?
No.
You sure?
No.
You brought it up.
Yeah, because I've listened to some interesting podcasts and I
Just
respect
saying,
sex
you
workers.
you did bring it up.
No. Honestly, like when they get to that, like
Aggression.
I can handle a little bit of aggression because apparently girls like that nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not your wife. I don't
we
know.
won't get there.
Y'all's, but when like people's bodies legit change for at least like an hour afterwards, that's kind of weird.
A little. And of course, I have to imagine that the things that have been watched by the two of us are very consensual between all parties.
Oh, dude, I cannot handle if it at all looks like it's not consensual.
It's crossed the line. Like I'm out.
Yeah, like
out.
I can't even handle like people doing like the role play like it's happening. I can't do that. No.
Like where they're
That's
scared.
fucked up.
Like
we're like
obviously if it's like a robber breaks into the house and they're like raping air quote the woman.
Yeah.
And it's still consensual. Like
yeah, like hey, this is like they put the disclaimer up. This is all consensual. But this is a rape play video.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit. No.
That hits a nerve.
If the girl just doesn't even look like, hey, she's not enjoying this anymore, I'm out.
Out.
Fuck that.
Out.
But yeah, no, it's how do we get to that? No, I only pull the bathroom move out when it's like we had 2 TVs with football games
of
that
course.
I had actively.
I totally understand. We've got money on some.
Yeah.
We've got our dude pool that's got a big pot sitting on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got
and like we were close all day. Like
out of the 25 games we've bet on going into the 2:00 slate, 4 points was winning it at the time. Out of 10 games.
Yeah.
At the time.
We went to the night
even
slate.
Currently, it's possibly the winner right now is at 13.
Yeah, which is weird because normally it's.
And I won last week with 20.
Yeah, so it was a close week.
Stupid week, like stupid losses. Yeah. Oklahoma lost tonight, and it just.
Yeah. So, but like, if there's stuff that I'd rather be doing, and I have to buckle down and read, I go to the bathroom.
And see, I've always wondered if I've had weird like. Sometimes I sit there and think, like, man, dude, my brain is like, will not work. Like, I have this shit list laundry to do, like a laundry list of shit to do, but it's like so overwhelming, I can't do it.
Oh,
I've always had that, and I've wondered if that's something.
That's basically
never
me at
was
work.
I've never was tested. Didn't want to personally, and then my folks didn't push me to do it, and I hid a lot of it. But it's also just like you saying you have to go sit on the floor, like hit something in my head, like, oh. You may have actually needed something as a kid.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
According
to that
doctor,
shy of it. You're just shy of it.
But when shit was hitting the floor and I needed like to actually read a book, bathtub was the move back in the day.
Could you imagine yourself on like a chill out pill, like something that would force you to like Adderall?
Yeah, I thought about going and getting a prescription like last year.
Man, I could not imagine being like hyper focused.
It's legit just like how motivated I am that day.
That's true.
And sometimes you have to
do a lot of it.
Sometimes you really just have to like get your shit together. I don't know.
That's I'm having a life changing experience right now.
You have like the weird. Oh yeah.
And like things have gone through my head.
I would imagine like shit.
Okay, what I need to do this. I need to do this. I've got to fix this. I need to fix myself.
With your life event coming.
Yeah.
Which you've told people, so I don't know can we say?
Sure.
We're not going to ever show them on camera. So.
No. I'm going to have a kid.
Yeah, Davis can be dad.
Yeah. Wife and I are actually going to be wife is actually going to be able to carry a child, and we will possibly have a kid come next year.
Talking about sneaking one past the goalie.
Damn right.
Damn near giving up.
Yeah. It's been a challenging few years. I don't want to get into it too much, but we were settled on adoption, and now we're having our own child, and things have.
Yeah.
Like the day she told me, I almost went to the weight room for like 3 hours when I got off work.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fuck it. That's it. Fucking rip.
You're at the point now where it's like,
okay, now I have
other
to survive.
people.
Like
you
now,
already had one person depending on
Yeah.
you. Now you have like a legit child depending on you.
Oh, fuck.
You can't procrastinate
I have to,
anymore.
like, actually fix shit.
Yeah. So.
Fix myself, fix things, fix the height.
And I've like pretty much made a life to where hopefully that never happens.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
that's
I would like
have
a
nieces,
wife.
nephews
I would like a wife. I don't know. Do not want a kid, to be honest.
That's why I said you have nieces and nephews to take care
Yes,
of. That
they're
way you
awesome.
can take care of them for a few days, brainwash the fuck out of them, and
I do
double back
kinda
on their
like-
parents.
I do. My sister's about to have her third, and hopefully she won't hear this. It kind of wasn't planned. And I thought about taking this one off their hands. I was like, you know what? Let me raise one. And then I dog-sitted.
You know how terrifying that is to me? That you had that thought?
Well, sometimes the two they already have say some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing over there teaching these kids? But I had to dog sit the other week for my mom and stepdad.
Yeah.
I don't need a dog right now.
You don't need a dog.
This dog is old and like doesn't do like not about to die, but also is not like playing around anymore
Yeah.
or need like a super lot of attention. But it was on a Sunday and I knew I needed to go edit the podcast, upload it, and then I also had a movie, and it was like a Fathom Events movie, so it was only in the theater for a certain time, and I had to go see it at this time.
Oh.
Or else I wouldn't get to see it until it like came out on like Amazon or whatever.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, the movie's like hour 45. Editing the podcast and that should take like an hour and a half. So I thought at most like 3.5 hours I'd be gone. Turned out to be 6 because for whatever reason, Scott Pilgrim Volume 3 video just took longer to upload and a little bit to edit. And those last 2 hours when I was literally just sitting in front of my computer because I have a desktop at the house, I gave you the laptop just in case we ever had to do a Zoom show. And so I'm sitting at my house, sitting like worried about the dog at their house, who is used to 8 hours a day,
all day alone,
alone, and I'm just sitting here like, God damn it, like fuck, I'm such a shitty dog sitter. I can't believe I left them alone this long. And I was like, dude, what if I had a real dog? Like, what if I had a dog that was mine?
Yeah.
And both of our jobs, we could go anywhere from 6 to 12 hours a day, depending on what happens that day.
Yeah. Go from 0 to 100 in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and it's just like, maybe I don't need a dog.
The puppy phase is the worst.
Yeah.
It is the worst of that. And once they get older, they can take care of them. Well, not take care of themselves, but they can control their bladders. They can they sleep. I mean, I've got a basset hound and a lab, and both of them just fucking sleep all day.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I've got this nice yard, and I just run the piss out of them.
Yeah.
Until they literally stop running, and then they just go inside.
Well, I feel
feed
bad,
them,
like
water them, take them back outside. I mean, it that's the biggest thing is like once they've gotten past that puppy of peeing everywhere, nervousness, shyness, all that. I mean, it's kind of like a kid. Once they get to self-sufficient age, you just kind of make sure they don't die.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Was this another one spun off of me sitting in the bathroom to read a book?
Probably.
Okay. But yeah, I might have ADD. But Nocterra. We're here to talk about Nocterra. They did a lot of world building in this.
They definitely, when we finished the last volume, I was very hooked because our last issue.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised you didn't read ahead on this. Like when I said volume 2,
it really did actually take a lot for me to not read ahead. Yeah. And the only reason I didn't, because I think at the time we read this, there's only like 2 issues out.
Oh yeah, this is ongoing.
Like
Yeah.
we just like I looked in and see like how many more issues are past volume 1.
Yeah.
There aren't any more issues. Like it has halted. Last issue came out in June, and volume
Oh really?
2 has come out since then. So
No,
there has not been an issue 12
I know.
past what we've stopped.
I know this is an Image book.
Right. So Image may be doing that weird thing where they take a break, come back in a little while.
Well, I know because Scott Snyder had just signed that deal with Comixology, where he was doing exclusive titles or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
And then when they merged it with the Amazon store,
Which is the stupidest.
and then
shit.
merged it with the Kindle reader and all that,
Yeah.
I think it like screwed up a lot of his stuff, and so I'm wondering if
His
it got knocked
contracts and
off.
stuff.
Well, no, like it messed up like a lot of his schedule. Like he didn't know whether he should keep going with that or blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Which
So
I hope he does because
all I'm talking about
again-
is because he like put a lot of work into these like 3 or 4 titles that were all going to be Comixology exclusives. I don't know how much back work he had done on Nocterra, but
true.
and then when Amazon decides to throw a whole bunch of stuff on and possibly it's a Comixology exclusive, you kind of make Comixology worse.
right.
It might have messed with his money.
That's
So,
true. I could see that happening.
I don't know.
But it is halted. There's nothing else on Comixology except volume issue 11, which is the final issue we read today.
Okay.
And when this ends, there's a pretty big cliffhanger.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
is.
we are sitting there with I blanked. Not M. It's M's sister, the lead rigger, Val, possibly dead, possibly turned, possibly something. Blacktop Bill is underwater, still alive somehow, talking to his
Yeah.
new god.
saying he's ready to be transformed.
Correct. Which, if he stays coherent
Yeah.
and becomes a shade,
Yeah.
that like he's already terrifying.
Yeah.
Like he's already terrifying.
Oh, we
He
got his
literally
origin in
ripped
this,
off-
and it's like, oh
he-
fuck.
He ripped off a piece of pretty much TNT off his chest, which was
Yeah.
rigged to explode once it came off of him. Shoved it in William's face, which
Yeah.
was also Bill 2 in my
Yeah.
head, and lets it blow up in his hand in the dude's face and blows off his hand, and
Yeah.
he's still kicking.
Yeah.
Like he's still trying to kill Val, kill M, kill Piper, kill the crew,
Hmm.
and then Piper's like, "Hey, fuck all you! I'm just gonna shut the power off."
Insane move.
Now,
No, I thought the scariest part about Bill
I was
though,
about to.
when his origin story, they said he was a serial killer, but he specialized in people who survived tragic events.
That
Holy shit!
like, and you
There was a
you flash to him in his truck, like when
Yeah.
he's in his personal kills, he's in his truck,
Yeah,
and it flashes to this group. On
this
a
is what he
cliff,
does as a hobby.
and it's this group on a cliff celebrating that they survived a
An
plane
airplane
crash in this
spot.
spot.
He
He's
poses as their
photographer,
photographer.
blows the bomb to knock the cliff off.
Made it
and
look
they
like a
all die.
landslide.
And it's like, oh, you didn't just kill them. You killed them in the spot that they survived in.
Yeah,
Like, you took it even farther than just
Yeah.
ending their lives. Like, they should have died. Like,
insane.
almost like a Destiny killer.
Yeah, it was like Final Destination.
Yeah, like some Final Destination shit. It's just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
It was a special kind of asshole right there.
Special kind. And I kind of came to like Bill.
What the fuck?
I know.
No way.
Like, it's just like, all right, he's true to who he is. He's very fucking honest
I
about
mean, he
what
was
he's
doing
done.
that tough love to Piper thing, and I was kind of like, okay, I guess she needed that. And then it was like, oh, he just set it all up so he could turn on everybody.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, if you didn't see that coming, you were not paying attention to Bill.
Well, I was like, there's no place for, he said that whole thing about there's no place for me or anyone in this world.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, there would be something for me. And I was like, well, sometimes religion fails people.
Yeah.
So,
Now, what I thought was fun, when you were reading it, you turned to me when this character just shows up to a lighted outpost. And you
Oh,
looked,
yeah,
and
no,
you
I
looked
was
at me
like-
and went, "Is this Bill?" I went, "Oh."
no, it's like, they talked about, like, oh, yeah, this used to be, like, this horrible corruption and guard brutality and blah, blah, blah. But we like to think we changed that. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
no.
Yeah. They set it up beautifully.
Oh,
Like
it's
they're
just
sitting
like-
there. It's like, okay, here
And
it
they
comes.
just kept not showing his face or his
Yep.
skin. It's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Then it's the blood on the back. It's like, man, you're bleeding. It's like, it's not my blood.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop. Kills everybody. It's like,
Damn.
all right, there it is. And what's crazy is he created this. The helmet was odd to me because there was no mention of a helmet in the first volume, right?
What do you mean?
The helmet that Blacktop Bill's using to communicate with the Shades Master, like the god of
it said nothing
that
about that.
that realm.
Yeah.
That was an odd add to this to
It's
me.
just like, oh, here's this thing that Blacktop Bill already had
Yeah.
that talks to
Needs
this
immense power.
Shade God.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
he wants it to be
Talks
his
to
god.
Null, apparently.
That literally blacks out Outposts,
Yeah.
blacks out where Bill was created.
Yeah.
Eos is what they're trying to access to bring light back to Earth. But now, something that I liked about this was the explanation of like how shades keep evolving.
Yeah.
Is they end up screwing each other.
Yeah.
Except for the
They all mate, no matter the species.
and which create these what they hybrid two names together, like a hawkoon, like a hawk and a coon have mated, and they create these weird hybrids.
Yeah.
Which was a fun thing. Which then also led to water beasts.
Yeah. Oh. I'm not a big fan of sea monsters, and then that shit just pops up and kills people, and it's just like, why?
And an octopus thing attacks the final outpost that they kill Bill or get the location to Eos from. And it's like, okay, now we're really getting to weird fucking territory.
Yeah, no.
So that means like a giant octopus has mated with another creature that has now made this huge creature that can take down a fucking outpost on its own.
Yikes. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I really didn't like about the constant math talk was some bullshit, bro.
I didn't.
I get,
even the issues were
fractions and
titled
shit.
1 half, a third, a fourth, a fifth, like
Yeah. I'm just like, cool, man, Scott. Like, why are we talking about math so much, man?
I mean, she did finally get to the point that
like
math
we can't
needs
just
to
keep
be
dividing.
arrayed. Yeah,
we have to cross multiply.
Yeah, it made a point. It did finally make a point, but at the same time, it's like you could have talked half this much about equations and everything's equal to each other and adds together and just been like, no, everybody's fucking assholes and we all deserve to die.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't make a world a better place and take it back to what it was at the same time. Like,
after
you have to take a complete
in
hole.
this hellhole, like
something like that.
I mean, even Bill, like he said, it's like it won't be the same.
No.
Like everybody understands darkness and death.
Anytime you
and
have
if you bring light back into that, we still understand darkness and death. So that will still carry back into the light now. Like it won't be happiness and rainbows again.
You can't take all these people that just survived a traumatic 14 years and expect all that to go away.
Right.
All these people have been surviving. Yeah. And when we go back to the light, you're going to have to keep surviving.
Correct. Because now everything has to be
all the governments
changed.
And infrastructure
have to regrow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everything that was self-sufficient in light now has to be or in the dark now has to be sufficient in the light.
Yeah.
Now, what was cool, they made this big point that M is the only human they've ever seen that has been changed back.
Yeah.
But they really gloss over the fact that they were changing livestock back into normal livestock.
Yeah.
They're just like the Adam that Piper I thought was going to be her love interest, and then takes a bullet to the fucking skull.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell the crazy motherfucker that has my partner with a gun to his head the exact location.
He makes a good point. We're all fucked either way. Might as well tell this psychopath, and hopefully his god can give us a spot in whatever hell he's...
Well, he puts you in a hell.
Yeah.
I just... I thought that was odd because they make this big point, like M is the only one that's ever been changed back human, and then they just like, oh yeah, we've been changing livestock. We've got sheeps and and chickens and cows. We've changed them back. It's like, they talk about they brought them back from being
in volume 1.
No,
Because
in
that was the
volume
only
2.
place that could change them back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is in volume 2 they've got the sheep, the chickens. When they find Adam in that
Yeah,
in
but
the theater,
I assumed they kept those people from being changed, or kept those animals from being changed.
oh, you don't think they were changed from the beginning?
No.
Oh, I thought I had it.
Maybe they were like in a factory somewhere with all the lights turned on or something.
I thought I understood it where they brought them back from being.
No, because the only place that had the power to do that was like the bunker
Okay,
from.
because all right, that makes more sense why they glossed over it really fast.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, oh yeah, we've had.
Well, he
livestock.
said like we've had livestock, and I assume that meant they were on a farm somewhere. And most modern day farms keep their animals in like barns and stuff now.
Okay, that'd make more sense why they glossed over it real fast.
Yeah.
But
They talked about like which animal, because I remember he said pigs are the slowest to change because they have thicker skin or something like that. So maybe he's
the
watched.
quickest to change because they have the same skin as or he believes it's the same skin as humans.
Yeah, but it was like, so he's seen them change into shades. The ones they had, I assume, are the ones they kept from changing.
Okay, that whole that few pages was a little quick and fast, anyways.
Yeah.
And then apparently the human shades can just go through light now.
Yeah, they've
They
changed their. They were hinting at like there's a big plan coming.
Yeah.
They've stopped like just murdering everybody.
Right. And now they're starting to do.
Now they're just dragging them off,
yeah.
and they think they're building like an army or something.
Fuck. Now, the small shades in the bed of Bill's truck
Was also fucked up.
What do you think he did? Do you think he tied?
No, he tied them to the roof of the truck and turned them.
I think so too.
Yeah, no. I mean, Bill's.
He's like, you have been told that he is that psychotic that yes, he tied these children.
If
to
this
their,
comic
to the
was as
roof.
popular as Batman, he'd be pushing Joker for one of the best villains ever.
Okay.
And don't give me that Vader shit because Vader turned at the end.
Oh no, I was not going to bring Vader into this, but I could go with that.
But every time I say Joker's the greatest fictional villain, you always say Vader, and a lot of people say Vader. I'm like, Vader turns good at the end.
He does turn good at the end.
Joker
and
stays bad.
Joker, he definitely fucking stays bad.
Unless you're reading the White Knight version,
which is fun too.
And even then, Joker comes.
He
takes
still
away.
He still ends up Joker again.
Yeah.
I could fight. I could sit and listen to that argument. That'd be a worthwhile one to listen to.
Yeah.
But again, still, like it's like, all right, Bill's been with them and has air quote helped them through getting into
use them to get where
where he wanted to kill the other Nocturnes that are him in the black suits, and it's like. And then Adam just telling him, "Oh yeah, the location is yada yada yada." It's like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, no, that kid was an idiot.
Like, what do you think was gonna happen?
He was ready to die.
Yeah.
No, that kid was stupid. But overall, good story though.
I did. It's
a little disappointing to know there's not volume 3 coming in anytime soon. But.
Now, if listeners, y'all know that we've gotten into the habit of buying hardcovers now and hardbacks. Or collected editions, we'll put it that way. If I ever find this going to collected into a hardback, I'll go get it. I'll go get it immediately. It's this.
They got to come out with. I mean,
even
even like
they've got to probably come out with 2 more volumes, and then they've got to collect it all.
The omnibus, like we're not even close to that. We're at
we're only like
the Invincible hardbacks are like 3
in.
volumes long. So
we've got to definitely get another volume out.
Yeah.
It's probably got to have another volume after that to show enough support to even make a hardcover for the 3 volumes prior.
Yeah.
But I hope that this gets out to people.
Yeah.
And
hope
if this does become a hardcover, it'll definitely go up in the collection.
Yeah.
I'll go try to. I'll get this as early as it comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. This definitely was completely different than Volume 1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Volume 1 was like, hey, this is zombie-esque. Now it's like whole.
No, these
weird.
are creatures that are kind of coherent and understand what's happening and can actually think for themselves.
Yeah. Um,
And apparently M is still connected to them, that they can hear his thoughts.
yeah.
That he heard the numbers and the
Mhm.
creatures already knew when they were heading that way.
Very good. Scott Snyder stays one of my favorite writers.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
one last question. Is Val a shade, a human, or has she turned into Blacktop Bill like a Nocturne with the suit?
I think she got a
whatever
Nocturne
she is.
because she turned and looked
Whatever
at
that
those
suit
pods.
thingy is.
She turned and looked at those pods that they use to turn people into Nocturnes. I think she's got the nanotubes.
You think she hopped in the
Yeah, for
in
sure.
the thing and then blew it?
Yeah, because they said like when you turn Nocturne, shades don't fuck with you.
Unless you bleed.
Yeah, so
I hope so. The only thing that makes me think she may be a shade is that when she came out, her mouth wasn't like she had sharp teeth. Like her face didn't seem right. I know she had her face mask over that has the red circle, but there was something about her that made it seem shade-esque. I definitely don't think she's normal. She's normal human anymore.
No, she's Nocturne. That's
Which
what I'm
would
going
kind of
with.
be cool. I'd like that a lot.
No. Yeah, you gonna let me wrap it into our segment now?
No,
Well, we are running close on time.
run it up to the segment.
So, shit list. Try to keep it quick. Mine's real short and sweet. Do you have one?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
one.
cool.
You want to hit it?
Yeah.
Kind of running off last week when Talmadge was talking about John Boyega.
Yeah.
And just kind of how the Star Wars universe has. Star Wars fandom is pretty much just fucking assholes.
Yeah.
We've got Andor out right now. I have not watched it. But even directors and all are like, this is not fan service. This is what we wanted to put out.
Yeah.
That does follow canon to their rules.
Well, I mean, it's not hard. You're in like the least canonized.
Yeah,
section
there's
there.
like 18 years between episode 3 and episode 4 that you can really kind of do whatever you want as long as the big, wide-reaching world is.
As long as you don't go meet
the
one of the
rebels form
Skywalkers.
and, the rebels form and fight off the Empire.
Yeah.
And yet fans are still bitching about that. It's like
What are they bitching about?
that it's not like their favorites aren't going to be in it. It's just the whole idea of no matter what happens in Star Wars that gets produced,
It has to have a Skywalker in it.
Star Wars fans just find something wrong. Something is always wrong. It doesn't fit something. It doesn't agree with something. They hate this character. They hate that character.
I mean, I've watched the 3 episodes. Only thing I could say is like the first 2 are kind of slow.
Well, I mean that's what's going to happen.
There's
when
a reason
you start
why
expanding.
There's a reason why they put 3 out at the beginning.
Which make them fine. If you understand like your first 2 are slow and you need to pull with the third, fine.
But I don't. Granted, I'm not like super diehard like you are, but like as more hanging out with you and just to have something to watch during the week on Disney Plus. Like I've watched most of everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like I think ultimately Star Wars needs to stop reading the comment section, and we get what we get. Otherwise, you get jumbled messes like the prequel trilogy,
and the sequel trilogy.
The sequel
trilogy is what
where they just overreact. Oh, the fans didn't like it because of this.
Yeah,
we have to go complete 180.
180 with it and really ruin the sequel.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Now I'll fight with the best of anyone that the sequel is the worst 3 movies.
Yeah,
there are even worse than Phantom Menace.
Like as much as people don't like the prequel trilogy,
Episode 9 was a really cool movie.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed the shit out of the movie.
Yeah,
it didn't fit with the previous 2 movies.
No,
or anything that they wanted to do.
No, it was just like you needed to have one director, one writer, and one vision, and you need to plan out the entire 3 movies before you started working.
But my biggest shit thing is like to go after an actor for doing their job.
Why are they mad at him? He does a good job.
Huh? John Boyega.
I thought you were talking about Andor. Okay.
No. It kind of all looping back to like what we talked about in the last episode of like John Boyega, the girl that played Rose. Just how, we don't like your character. You, as a human person, we don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
Not just, we don't like that the direction they took you as an actress or an actor.
Yeah.
We just hate you as a person because you agreed to do it and you should have said no. It's like, no, that's their job.
I think it's just wild. The diehard Star Wars fan. As long as we've been doing the shit list, how many times has it been Star Wars or Disney Plus? And now the Star Wars fans.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's just because you care.
It does. I do care, and there's a lot of stuff that is about to come out with Star Wars. I mean, there is a lot. We've got Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka. We've got the New Republic. We've got
New Republic.
Fallen Order is coming out this summer. Not Fallen Order.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, it's coming out next spring.
I can't wait for that book too.
We've got the new books that are coming out. It's just there's so much. Bad Batch comes out at the end of this month. We've got just so much content that's coming that we're either one going to oversaturate the market. It's going to oversaturate and it's going to be bleh. Or two, no matter what goodness comes out of it, the aggressive fans are going to find some major issue with some character that then ruins it for the rest of everybody because they just don't like that one character.
All because it doesn't make you feel the same way you did as when in the 80s.
In 1977 when the first movie came out.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You're not the same person. It's not going to make you feel exactly the same way.
I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So.
But
I'll die on this hill, though. Jedi Fallen Order is the best piece of Star Wars content outside of the original trilogy.
Yeah, okay. The original trilogy just is the original trilogy. But yes, the Fallen Order...
Literally the basis of everything Star Wars.
Fallen Order is arguably the greatest thing that Star Wars has ever... That Lucasfilm / Disney / Star Wars has ever done.
And it's insane because it was an EA...
It was an EA fucking game.
EA fucks up everything.
After Battlefront 1 and 2 absolutely shit the bed.
Yeah.
Actually,
although I
Battlefront
feel like
1 and 2
Battlefront 2 got a million times better. But it burns people so bad they just didn't come back.
Yeah. Then, do you remember the... I don't remember who produced it, but the Star Wars game where you were actually a pilot, like the whole, you were only a pilot the whole time. You were in A-wings, X-wings, Y-wings, bombers.
I heard that was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, you remember how long? You know how long it lasted in popularity?
There was no story to it though. Was there?
About 4 months of online play, and then no one gave a shit anymore.
Underrated. Step by the New Age Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
that story mode they had was
story mode was amazing,
pretty decent,
and then it tied into the book that they created, which was really good for Battlefront 2. The Battlefront 1 book was not great. I mean, it was fine. It was a battle book. You joined an army that was a foot soldier of the Republic.
Was it like Saving Private Ryan? Or not Band of Brothers, but Star Wars?
Yeah, both of them.
That would be cool.
Both of them were like Band of Brothers-esque from each point of view. But the first one was really, you were just kind of a trench soldier that just was trying to survive. But no overarching theme. Still enjoyed it. It was an army book, war book, and then Battlefront 2's book carried on from the single player mode, from their perspective.
Yeah,
and kind of added some details during the single player mode, and you really got to kind of flesh out their thoughts and how they were thinking while the second Death Star was destroyed. But,
well, along the lines of you always and somehow picking Star Wars, I, for the third time, I think I'm picking myself.
Jesus, man.
We just got done recording a 40-minute, very good episode.
Oh, it was so good.
We never got to gaping assholes, but it was a very good episode on The Walking Dead. And checked at the end, and I think my microphone was off.
Fuck.
So we might possibly have to re-record that one.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah, because our mics are farther away now, and I don't think
we can carry.
I don't think that one picked us. The YouTube camera picked us up.
Yeah.
I don't think your mic picked me up.
No.
And we might have to redo that one. We might. Y'all know by now because this comes out after Walking Dead. You might get like a 1 o'clock loopy episode.
Yeah, you might just get a. Hey guys, we're here. It's gonna be a fun one. We'll see you next week.
You acting loopy is funnier than you being actual loopy.
It actually is.
I
mean, give me about
Oh yeah, you're
15
also
minutes
drinking.
and I can really get loopy.
Hold it together for at least 2 more.
Shit, we gotta do 2 more.
Yeah,
Fuck.
possibly 3. But yeah, so I'm a fucking idiot. Somewhere along the way of
Gaping assholes and mics off.
that and like moving everything outside, doing this on the fly because this isn't what we had planned going in today at all.
But it feels right.
Yeah, it feels good.
It does feel good. I am a table, a turned, everything's kind of out in front of us.
And I've noticed, like, I knew this even though I always said when we got enough money for 3 cameras, we're going to get a table in between us so we can look at each other and still have those face-to-face shots.
Yeah.
Us literally staring at each other, the conversation flows so much more.
It does. It feels good. I'm not staring at a bookshelf sitting up against the wall.
No.
Just
and I'm not like
this. We're not like
my
this.
head
Like,
turned,
yeah.
and my neck's fucking hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And some bouncy chair, like movie chairs.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, these are probably gonna have to go inside if we go back inside.
Yeah, so but yeah, might have to re-record a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
I remember like thinking about it last night. I was like, damn, we haven't had a technical issue in a while.
Yeah, I know. Bailey even said that we had a friend of hers over this weekend, and like she said, like the friend asked how long does it take us to record, and I was like, well,
depends on if we like the book.
And
or not.
I was thinking about it, and Bailey went, it also depends on if they don't fuck up their recording. And I just looked at her, and she goes, yeah, they've forgotten to turn their mics on, turn the camera on, turn things off, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, but it's been a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't tell her about this one though.
Yeah. She's asleep somewhere in the house.
Yeah, but next week, Scott Program Volume 4.
Woohoo!
We'll see y'all Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.